cars and jigs. Maybe you can help an old friend out.
Where do you get this cabaret idea?
It's been a dream for years.
Where do you get
Ever
this
since we
cabaret
went to see
idea?
one in Oxford. It's been a dream for years. Remember? The dancer hanging from the chandelier? And once she was completely downside up. She called you over and once she was
I remember.
downside up. How could you forget? And this place will be even better, I promise. You forget. And that is, of course, if I can scrounge together the funds for some mod, of course. If I can scrounge together the funds for some mod. If I can scrounge together the funds for some mod.
How can I help you?
I dated this girl once,
How can I help
Sophronia.
you?
That's a name if you can believe it. This girl once has a Sophronia. We can borrow a coin from her. Has a Sophronia. We can borrow a coin from her.
Name rings a bell. Isn't this the woman you abandoned without saying a word? Stepped out for a bottle of wine, never to return? Without saying a word? Stepped out for a bottle
I bought that wine for a reason.
Long time ago, that.
Been away a while, sure.
Long time ago.
Which is
that.
why I need. Been away a while, sure.
Fine. Tell me what you want. Got a feeling you've a plan all cooked up. Tell me what
Sophronia could still be holding a grudge after our unfortunate parting. But with a touch of help from you, I know she'll forgive me. And then give me that loan. I know she'll forgive
What's this help entail?
me. First of all, we need to borrow a dull sword from Madame Irina. First of all, get that, then meet me outside sword from Madame Irina. Get that, then meet me outside.
Let's say I agree and go.
Something I have to fake.
Let's say I agree and go. Fine.
Carol, the only butts in this plan will be the ones filling my seat.
Fine.
Carol, the only butts in
Oh,
this
my
plan will be
Newman
the ones
left me
filling my
last
seat.
time.
What's he schemed up this time? What's he schemed up this time?
The last individual who tried to come in on my business, it took them a month to find him. Am I being clear? Chive,
What's the fuss about?
am I being clear?
Can you not treat me as a bit of healthy competition? What's the fuss about?
Why are you even
Can you not
talking
treat me as
to
a
me,
bit of
Duke?
healthy competition?
I've always maintained two smashed knees are worth 1,000 words. I've always maintained two smashed
Oh,
knees
get
are
out.
worth 1,000
Glad you
words.
came.
Oh,
get out. Glad you came.
What's this about?
Nothing. Just wanted you to meet my new pals before they bugger the fuck off. Just wanted you to... Because we were just parting, right?
We'll have our reckoning yet, Chive. Soon. We'll have our
What's
reckoning
this?
yet, Chive.
Some flea-ridden mutant got you scared, Duke? Just say the word. I'll take it to him. Take a peek at what he's got inside, then make the midget eat it. Sound good?
Next time, Earl. Let's go.
Right. Don't show your hides round here ever again.
Let's go.
Right. Don't show your hides round here ever again.
Well, that puts me up to the neck in fucking shite without a shot. Well, that puts me up to the neck in fucking shite without a shot. Well, that puts me up to the neck.
Shady, those guys. Who were they?
Puffed up fish bladders, Duke. Word does he's out to be the new horse son junior, but the bugger's missing a hell of a lot. Specifically coin, influence, men, and class.
And the other?
Errol. A scumjug like few others. Skin of my arse twitches at the sight of him. Back in Mahakam, we'd send sow buggers like that down the coalface with a bundle of powder and a leaky lung.
What's this all about? Doing business with them?
Exactly the ploughing opposite. You see, Geralt, old pal,
About to ask me for help, aren't you?
the thing is, I sort of kind of owe a wee sum to a mutual acquaintance, Francis Bedlam, the king of beggars. To pay off the debt, I've made up my mind to get serious about Gwent.
Getting better by the minute.
Not the playing of it, mind you, but the cards themselves. The rarest of them fetch princely sums these days. Sadly, that's not exactly arcane knowledge. Got a buyer in heat for my collection, missing just 3 cards. But Duke's dregs are all over my arse, so... What do you say, get out?
In short, who kisses your ass today will bite it
Fine.
tomorrow.
We'll try to hunt down those cards. Which ones you need?
Fringilla, Vigo, Isengrim, and John Natalis. Devilish hard to get hold of.
Wait, you don't even...
Nah, it's not as bad as that. I'm betting... Unfortunately, the arsewite won't talk to me. Not after I bought a one-of-a-kind Scoia'tael card out from under his nose.
Zed.
Big fish in the card pond. There's a shop along the south wall.
No problem.
Witcher. Witcher.
Witcher. Witcher.
What village are you from?
Willows. Sits in the area through those roads from the zoo.
As they say, a bard must be a
Witcher.
and a witcher a quick stalker.
快给我道具剑！
You like the bass are strapping the mug to the working man?
哎，当掉。
So good to see you.
You and Dudu know each other well?
Yes, though he's never told me much about himself. He was a merchant once?
Dudu always had a penchant for enterprise. Probably too honest to succeed in Novigrad, though.
Precisely. I've told him countless times that no matter how many times he changes his appearance, the good in him will always emerge. Bloodthirsty tyrants and vicious assassins. He played them so poorly. That must be why. Whereas he always made for an excellent trusted servant or ghost of the old king.
Got a request. Need to borrow one of your props. One of the swords you use for stage battles.
My. Whatever do you need that for?
I don't know, but Dandelion claims it's essential.
Oh, yes. I suspected Master Dandit.
Thanks. I'll try not...
Those poor wretches who fled Venice.
直接去买一把就好了，还要去特别跟他
Cursed mage hunters.
拖我
They
台
can
前。
never get anywhere.
Damn it!
洗内。
Got a problem?
Interesting.
Interesting.
A changeling rescued, or the
Looks
witch.
like a drop of some sort.
Your performance was magnificent.
Life, you gotta take risks,
yours.
not get fucked.
You know how to give food to that beggar? Because he was hungry. Stop it! Oh, that hurts.
I could go for some dumplings.
Greeting!
Need a trim. So long.
So long.
I expect model behavior scan.
Will you make it to the Vagelbuds this week?
I doubt it.
Stay away.
One cannot make an omelette without breaking an egg.
Where is my friend? 他在哪里 Where is my friend?
A witcher.
Novigrad, capital of the world.
Where is my friend?
Become a religious fanaticism.
Ooh.
哇！
哪里啦？看到他的呢。
Behave yourself. Do what you must, but behave.
Watch where you step.
Washed your hair lately?
Eh?
不是啊，他人在哪里？靠腰哦。
Just this morning, my wits came back from the market with news. Some mysterious murders happened in some house. Your Greta's got the imagination of a drunk troubadour. She'd never lie.
Unbelievable. A witcher in
干484是卡 bug 啊！
will the priest say?
What the fuck?
Back again, Radiant Trap.
哦，等一下。
It takes a great deal of arrogance to call a pyre salvation from sin.
歌舞厅。
finally made it. Listen, here's the plan. Sophronia loves adventure-filled romance novels. I can be a hero in her eyes if I can just save her from a bandit. I'll have her eating out of my hand, and there's no way she'll begrudge me that loan.
Want me to be the bandit?
Knew you'd see the sense in it right away.
Are you serious? That's your brilliant plan?
I never called it brilliant, but any kind of plan is better than none. Written your lines already.
You've written what?
So you know what to say during the performance. Here, Andrew mask, put it on. Sophronia can't recognize you.
But...
No time. Sophronia's coming. Stick to the plan. We'll meet at the Rosemary in the morning.
Stop right there.
What is this? Help! Save me!
Tremble.
Not so fast. Drop your sword, scoundrel. This is your first and last warning.
Dandelion!
'Tis I, though the scum of the city call me the Crimson Avenger.
Prince Avenger.
No, not the Crimson Avenger.
Silence, vermin! You shall regret the day you were born.
Dandelion!
On guard!
I mean, Crimson Avenger!
I've been hit! Ow!
To the house, quickly! He shan't get us there! Eternal fire, what do you want from us? Leave us be!
This rogue will soon run off. I'm sure of it. He wouldn't chance getting caught by the guards. Would he?
溜了溜了溜了溜了，丢脸死了，丢脸丢到家。
You know how to disembowel them.
Don't you fear the pyre, freak?
有没有什么可怕的？我是一脸是长得像怪兽，是不是？每个都叫成这样，丢嘎呢呢？还有。
Spare a couple of family. Blackwood's killed me so. Not gonna say not in it.
There's been a misunderstanding. You're here too early.
We agreed to meet today, so we've come today. Supplies are all hauled in and the crew's raring to work. We'll start just as soon as our lovely directress gets round to deciding on the decoration.
But Dandelion doesn't even have the coin to pay you.
Turns out he does now, or soon will. At any rate, he's working on it.
See, it's all peachy. So will you finally decide what style you want for this interior? Master Dandelion said he was torn between boudoir style and theatre decor. Promised to let us know his choice soon as we arrived. Now we're here, but no decision's been made. And the late...
For me?
Well, it's not for me. Now...
I've no idea what Dandelion would like. Geralt, you've known him longer. Say something.
Sure, I've known him longer, but he's never so much as changed his socks for me. Never mind commissioning a full-blown renovation. He's doing this for you, clearly. You should decide.
I associate boudoirs with a feminine elegance that also has an edge. Claws, you might say. That fits a cabaret perfectly.
A wonderful choice it is. At last. Gentlemen, you're done lollygagging. Get to work.
Well, well. Guess this cabaret's the real thing.
Ever since Dandelion inherited this place, he's talked about it constantly. I just never expected him to take action. And so quickly.
Who knows? Might even settle down now. He'll have to keep an eye on the business. Who would have known?
Despite what people say about him, Dandelion approaches life very...
True enough.
You needn't mock.
I'm not. I mean that. Nothing wrong with the principle. Dandelion just knows how to enjoy life. It's a good thing.
Dandelion can also be responsible. He always
Sure hope your opening won't be the first. He's still not here.
Well, he said as soon as he got the coin, he'd go see Polly, our choreographer. I certainly hope he's not.
Anything's possible with Dandelion.
Something unusual.
这种朋友真是挺麻烦的，事情那么多。看着虽然说我是兽魔猎人，但我根本就是个像跑腿的打工仔一样，到处在接触支线任务。
Tough times. Oh, tough indeed.
Polly, everything all right? Open up!
What's the ruckus about?
Polly and her half-brained fiance. They're fighting. She's the only one in this town who knows anything about choreography, and that lummox won't let her work for me. Hold on. What are you doing here? We were gonna meet at the Rosemary.
We were, but you didn't show. Priscilla started to worry, so I came to see how you were doing.
Priscilla started worrying about me? That's so nice.
Less for her than for you, I'm sure. So let's get back.
Did you not hear what's going on in there? We've gotta help Polly. Why do beautiful women always end up with such dicks?
No idea. Stand back. I'll break the door down.
Wait, do we have to destroy her house? She keeps a spare key around here somewhere.
How would you know she keeps a spare key around?
It's not as if we started working together yesterday. Before Polly joined...
You'd visit her?
I'd hide out here while Priscilla and Polly were...
So, Polly...
I never mix business and pleasure.
The one exception being Priscilla.
Who you were just saying is worried about us.
Fine. Let's find...
Find anything?
Not here. Not here. Ah, the key.
Get Daryl?
找到了啦。
Whoa! What the devil's this? Get out of my house!
Watch it, and leave the woman alone.
What the... She's my betrothed.
But I'm not your property.
I love her. I'll not let her sway her ass in his brothel.
Whoa, slow down there a minute. This is clearly one gigantic misunderstanding. One I can clear up in the blink of an eye.
Shove your excuses up your ass. Sod off, or I'll split your skull.
My friend asked you nicely, so please be courteous in return and hear him out, or we'll settle this another way.
All right, talk.
Hubio, right? Polly's...
You said that? Well, There's a truth to it. My mind's the open salt, but its open saltedness ends when my betrothed starts wagging her ass around brothels. Get out of here, both of yous.
Let him finish. There's no brothel involved.
You see, friend, Geralt just hit the nail on the head. For what you have there is the old publicity placard.
Old?
Very. From a time when my establishment was under different management. I, however, would never let any indecency take place in my cabaret. My very reputation precludes it.
So, what's all this about?
Your betrothed is a first-class artiste, and I want to offer her a position worthy of her talents. She's to be my choreographer, and that in turn means she'll receive a share of the proceeds from every performance she choreographs.
You mean to say coin?
And fame. No flirting
Oh. Suppose, in that case...
I knew you'd agree.
It's settled then.
Well, I'm off.
I'll catch up to you. Whew. Never expected that.
You handled it well, Dandelion.
In negotiation, as in combat, the key is to find your...
So,
I've still got to stop by Rotlex. Commissioned some new placards from him a while ago.
who's Rot?
Never heard of him?
Commissioned.
Henry's an old friend. And I decided we needed new placard.
I'll go...
Really?
No, said that for the...
Portside.
Portside.
Must be mad running around in this way.
Really using this.
Looking for Rodlick.
You ain't alone. Damn halfling's in debt to half the city. But I'm here to scrape mine before the carcass is picked clean.
There's not enough for everyone, so bugger off. Feeding time's first come, first served.
Take what you want. I'm just here for some placards.
You deaf? Didn't
And here...
You'll regret this, mutant.
Mistake.
Tell me what you want, damn it!
Placards.
There ain't no ploughing placards here.
And Rodlick.
Same place as always.
See? Wasn't it?
Oh! Ah!
干也太远了。
Watch it.
Right.
As they say, a bomb.
在哪里？这里还有个。
Go, go.
Considerable sum in the red, but you shan't
Traitor.
eh?
Don't have much.
You Rotlick?
Henri Rotlick, artist, painter, debtor, and martyr to my art. At your service.
Dandelion sent me.
Oh, yes. Tell him his placards are done and safely hidden away.
Think I might have run into one of them.
Then you... And now, Count de Louverton has offered...
Generous. Not just anybody.
De Louverton is not just anybody. One debt more or less make...
What's there to work?
We've had a spell of bad luck lately. Should I agree to de Louverton's offer and lose, I shall be in bondage to him for all time.
Let me pay off your debt.
Thank you.
Let's just say I like to do a good deed from time to time.
I'll bring them...
Fine. Hey there.
Let it rain.
Well, well. See, the crew's been hard at work.
No, not all. But I'd imagine something more, you know, more theatrical.
Don't you like it? But I thought a boudoir would be right in line with your tastes.
Oh, you chose it. Well, I'm not saying it's bad, just different. Not exactly what I'd envisaged. You know, now that I think about it, you're absolutely right. A boudoir's the perfect setting for a cabaret. What about Rotlick? Did you get the placards?
Rotlick said he'd bring them on his own. Should be here soon.
Great! The best way I can think of to promote the chameleon.
What about choreography?
We haven't. But Polly has. She's priceless. Came in and brought... Premier will have the audience on their...
never mentioned wanting to change.
Rosemary and Thyme wasn't all bad, but it conjured images. Chameleon's a lot better for a cap.
Guess everything's ready. So when's the opening?
Soon. We start our dress rehearsal in an hour.
Thanks for everything.
Don't mention it.
Seems my cabaret dreams are about to come.
Why not?
That's my boy. The foreman mentioned he saw you and Priscilla talking.
He's all right.
And she say anything about me?
She said something that made me think she's not entirely normal.
What?
That you're responsible, got your feet planted firmly on the ground.
You're pulling my leg.
Not this time. One thing's eating me. How do you manage to get the loan from Sophronia?
Ugh, wasn't easy. She got so excited about our performance.
You mean you didn't...
Are you crazy? Who do you think I am? She's late, of course. She knew how important this night was to me.
Of course she did. Probably just making herself gorgeous. Takes time.
So it's true. A woman's vanity knows no bounds.
Master Dandelion! Priscilla, she's...
What? Speak, man.
She's badly,
Attacked? She's hurt.
Of course. Let's go.
Gods. Priscilla. Is she gonna live?
Well, I'd say that's certain. Her condition's...
Relative?
Dandelion, correct? She uttered the name in her...
Enough of the courtesies. What?
A concussion, cranial swelling, incision into her larynx, and scalding inside the throat and a...
Who could have done that?
That I do not...
How can you know that?
No harm. You mean that might have happened to Priscilla? Is someone looking into this?
This is Novigrad. Only the innocent burn here.
Geralt, I know I owe you 100 times over, but I need to ask you another favor. Find the bastard who did this. Find him and kill him.
Don't need any convincing. Come on, Dandelion. Let's think about what we can do.
I would suggest examining the previous victim's corpse. It has yet to be autopsied. Doing so could very well provide some clues. No need to look astonished, gentlemen. As a surgeon, I know the importance of preventive medicine. Rather than wait for this maniac to strike again, I'd prefer to excise him. Not unlike a tumor.
Great analogy, but this tumor's not gonna sit there, wait to be excised. Appreciate that.
I know perfectly well.
Easy assurance to make.
Look at this scar. Don't be shy.
A flail. Morningstar, maybe.
What do you think? A blow sustained at the
Think they'll let me into the
By the main entrance, certainly.
The sewers.
As often as required.
Alternative treatments.
We can discuss this on...
Mm-hmm. I'll get whoever did this, Dandelion.
Thanks.
You lead.
So, preventive medicine you practice in the sewers. What's that about?
Think. Sewing up drowner victims can grow awfully tedious. Is it not better to nip the problem in the bud? I tried to get the temple guard to enter the sewers, alas, to no avail. So I... Hear that?
Been hearing it for a while. Draw your weapon.
Course. What is it?
Insolent fool!
Yes, it's not far now.
Priscilla, how's it look? Give it to me straight, no sugarcoating.
Her wounds will heal, but it's her voice that concerns me. Surely you understand what a terrible blow that would be to a Trobritz. Enough to strip her of the will to live.
Any remedy for that?
I fear only your friend Dandelion can be of help on that count. Take the ladder. This is the place. Come, the quicker we take care of this, the better.
Why? Got somewhere to be?
Someone might disturb us. The coroner, for example. Or Reverend Nathaniel Pastodi. Very well. We seek the corpse of a dwarven woodcarver.
Human. Wrong body type. Looks like necrophage has got to this one. This isn't it. Let's keep looking. Human. Wrong body type. That's gotta be him.
This one's a she. Remember, beards are no indicator of gender amongst dwarves.
Let's keep a dwarf, but the hands. Not a carpenter's. A banker. Calluses on the fingers, sawdust in the beard, clothes sticky with sap. Must be our dwarf.
Excellent. I trust you don't grow weak in the knees at the sight of blood?
Not a bit. Start the autopsy.
Where?
Look at his hands. These welts. Rope burns, right? He was tied up.
I'd expect so.
Speaking from experience.
Yes, that of a victim. Spent a year in the dungeons of...
Some other time, maybe. See the callus? Our dwarf wore a ring. See anything interesting on his legs?
His right foot. The ankle swollen. Toenails broken. He clearly kicked something very hard. Right before he kicked the bucket.
Doesn't strike me as the right time for jokes.
Apologies. We surgeons, we've a different sensibility.
Mm-hmm. And a different sense of humor. His genitals.
I sincerely doubt...
We'll see. Pull down his trousers and... shit.
Syphilis, actually. Early stages.
Think there could be a connection?
Only as the killer's potential motivation.
Let's examine his
What have we here?
Look at the scar.
Means nothing. Look, no swelling, no bruises.
Let's examine the chest wound.
Wait a minute, there's something else.
大哥，你的手他妈插着一把剑啊！我操！
An egg from an amphibian. A salamander? Scorched but intact.
I attended some lectures in herpetology as a student. I'm afraid I don't recall any...
Open the abdominal cavity.
Due warning, it will stink of rot.
Once fought a zoogle up to my waist in sewage, so I doubt... Wait. Smells not rot.
Formaldehyde. A medical...
Explains why there's no smell of decay, and why his throat's... Let's look at his head.
Notice anything else?
Those burn marks...
Yes. And some...
Murderer gouged out his eyes, then put burning coals in the sockets.
So it seems. Looking at the wounds, it appears our woodcarver was still alive when it happened.
Let's examine the mouth.
Just like Priscilla's.
See this?
Indeed. So thin...
A small, extreme...
But why? The wound is too small to bleed, and there are signs of...
All right.
Enlighten me, please, because I've still no notion...
我觉得是一种疑似谋杀啦。
It's some kind of sick ritual. You saw it. Burns in the eye sockets, cavity where the heart should be, scalding liquid, all centering on warmth, heat, fire.
A fire eternal.
It's a lead worth following.
Fabian Martin. And I'm Hubert Reich, the coroner. I've come to perform the autopsy, but I see you've done it for me, Joachim. As always, you...
A student. Lifelong.
Very well, speak. But be quick.
Baby, quick.
old friend.
Hubert taught me the rudiments of medicine long ago.
And not very well. You've still not mastered certain basic principles. For example, that a doctor's role is to treat the ill, not save the world.
You've not changed a bit.
A compliment?
No, a statement of fact.
Woodcarver's body. Where was it found? It's important.
Plan to investigate? Exciting. He died in his workshop south of the market square, just beside the gate to Far Corners. That poor Trebirance was attacked there. City's abuzz about it. But the woodcarver, Eustace the corpse collector, brought us the body. You should speak to him. Saw him.
Who are these people? I believe I made it...
You did, but they're friends of the deceased.
Out of the question. Show them out at once.
As your reverence wishes.
Why do you cover for us?
I was covering my own arse. If Reverend Nathaniel had learned someone had entered the morgue, then cut open a corpse without his permission, I'd be in deep trouble. But you didn't give that a thought, did you, Joachim? As ever. Well, while I don't approve of your willfulness, I also wish to see this murderer hang. So, should I learn anything new?
Thank you.
Nathaniel.
A scoundrel. A rogue.
Most are scoundrels before they ever put on the...
True in his case as well. Before he donned the frock, Nathaniel was a torturer. Later, Hierarch Hemmelfart appointed him to oversee the morgue.
Might have told me, you know...
I know him, thus I have...
Don't aim to press you.
Thank you. I've nothing to hide. What will you do now?
Plenty of leads. Woodcarver's workshop, the corpse collector who found him, alley where Priscilla was attacked. Got work to do.
As do I. At the...
And I'll keep my...
Oh!
Pam-param. Pam-pam-param. Old man's always got it uphill.
Rain, I like rain.
Must be mad running around in this rain.
As they say, a bard must be a quick talker and a mature.
这怎么过不去？
Rain was coming. We felt it. Got a problem.
Hey, handsome.
I know that smell. Formaldehyde. Human. A brazier. This time of year?
Grab him! Sis. That him.
How am I to know? Watch him, see what he does.
A brazier. This time of year?
That's it. Bloody hell. Help me! No! Bloody hell. Help me! No! Son of a whore. Bloody hell. Help me! Flaring in the cat! Bloody hell. Strike him from the back! Help me! No!
Think you'll gut me too, huh? Up your ass, deviant! Hoes can fight back!
Calm down, I'm not gonna hurt you. What are you doing here?
Getting vengeance. Well, why are you staring? Have you not heard killers always return to the scene of their crime? Me and my brothers are waiting here to give him a warm welcome. For Priscilla. Almost did her in, the whole son.
I know. Here to look for clues and find anyone who might know something.
Fear I can't help you much. But I can tell you what I know.
You and Priscilla friends?
Friends? Nah. But she saw more than a stupid whore in me. Treated me with respect. It mattered. I was looking to give up whoring. Pick up a decent trade. But none would take me. Not as a washerwoman, nor as agreed to put me in her play, you see? Lots of the other actors, they were afraid on account of her jesting about the eternal fact.
Sorry to hear that.
You could do worse as work goes.
Priscilla wasn't the
Oh, dearie. This didn't start yesterday. Others have died like this before. Beggared.
Recall any names?
They didn't have proper ones. Baldy, curly.
Take care now. I gotta look around some more. Appreciate.
Naturally. We'll stand aside, behave.
Oh, your head's ringing. Yeah.
Man's footprint. The murderer's, maybe. Weight on his heel. Took a step back. Murderer fled before the guards arrived. Ran this way. Trail ends here. Strange. Even I couldn't jump this wall. Trail ends here. Strange. Even I couldn't jump this wall.
Even the rain smells like piss in this town.
Anyone home?
Begone, or I'll sit.
Relax. I'm here about Fabian Meyer. Look.
That's altogether different.
Charming is.
You daft. Even I'm scared of him.
Got someone
Sure as shite. As soon as they'd hauled his corpse off, I ran to a mate who raised his fighting dog.
So who might he...
The Stiff's brother. Gus is the name.
What'll it be?
Name it. I'll be closing it down now. As soon as I find a buyer for this. So,
Tell me what you...
'twas like this. Had some work in Oxenford, and I was coming home. See the soot stains? That's where they burned our sculptures. Folk gathered.
Talk to your neighbors. They see anything?
Claimed not to. But even if they had, they'd not have helped. They know.
Your brother have any...
'Twas Fabian. Oh, he were a good dwarf. Craftsman like no other. But he were an incorrigible whoremonger as took to following one in particular. He'd say, "'Tis all your fault, dirty bitch, human."
Know where I can find her?
City cemetery. She died a few days back, quietly in her sleep.
Fine. Need to look around.
Be my guest.
Statues of the old gods. Nothing but women. Shapely ones. Bloodstains.
That's where Fabian lay when they found him.
Someone dragged something across the floor. Or dragged it from one wall to the other, repeatedly. Mind if I go inside the workshop?
I've not even peeked inside since they found...
More bloodstains, but not near enough to say he bled to death. Unless... Formaldehyde. Doubt Fabian used it. Furniture got knocked over. This looks like it was kicked. Eyes. Humanoid. Completely rotten.